Thank you for watching, and in this video we are going to cover how to add annotations in Solidworks drawing. So we already have a drawing here, so let's go into the annotations and let's see how it works. So the first thing in the annotation is the smart dimension, and under the menu option of smart dimensions there are different kind of dimensions which we already covered, like baseline, chain dimension, ordinate dimensions, angular dimensions, and much more, or the smart dimensions which we already use multiple times. Okay, the next option is model item. So in the model item, what we can do is we can bring the dimensions, we can import it from the part. So as right now you can see, we can bring the dimensions. What we can do is we can bring marked dimensions, not marked dimensions, or if you want to bring whole wizard locations, or if you want to bring some nodes, or if you want to bring some kind of surface finishes, or if you want to bring some planes, lines, surfaces, or origins. So whatever you want to bring or you want to import from the part end, so you can just select and then you can just right click and you can click on the green check bar and then you can select OK. So in this way it's gonna import all the stuff from the part to our drawing. So but we don't need that, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna press undo. Okay, so the next option is spell check. So what we can do is, like, if in our drawing, so this command is gonna check all the spelling. So I'm gonna select this, so it's gonna mention, like, if wherever there are spelling errors, so it's gonna highlight it. And then what I can do is I can just ignore all them. I'm just canceling it and I'm ignoring it. Okay, so the next option is format painter. So before going to the format painter, so what I can do is I can just zoom in and then I can show you. If I'm gonna go into the format painter, so what I can do is, like, we have two different styles right now. So if I like this format, so what I can do, I can just select this and then I can just impose that format onto other dimension as well. So in this way we can use format painter as well. Okay, so the next option is notes. So if you want to add some notes, you can go and you can add your notes there. Suppose I want to write tech wide, and then what you can do is you can just change the font, you can change the size, you can change the colors, and there are some others you want. If you want to bring your text into the center, right hand, left hand, or if you want to give your marking or numbering, whatever you want. So when you are done, you can just click the green check mark, and then you can see it is gonna be moved here. And if you want to move it, you can just hold it and move it anywhere. Or if you don't like, what you can do is you can just select it and then you can just press the delete key on your keyboard. Sorry for distraction, but if you think my videos are helpful for you, or if you are a serious SolidWorks learner, I am gonna highly recommend you can go into the description of this video where you can find my course link, in which I have over 10 hours of videos in which I explain each and every command in a detailed way. Thank you. Okay, so the next option is linear node pattern. So if you want to have, if you have different nodes here and you want to have a pattern of different nodes, so what you can do is you can use different kind of patterns for the nodes, as you can see here. Okay, the next option is balloons. So balloons are mostly used into the assembly. So what you can do is, like, you can use different kind of balloons. So suppose if you want to add some diamond balloon or pentagon or triangle or hexagonal, and how much character do you want, and balloon text do you want, item number or text, whatever. So you can just add, and then what you can do is you can just select any edge or wherever you want to add. So you can just add your balloons like this, and then I'm going to click the green check mark. Okay, then the next option is auto balloons. Again, I'm gonna explain, this is used in multiple assemblies when you have a lot of parts. So and the next option is magnetic line. So before going into the magnetic lines, I would like to have another balloon here, and then I'm going to click the green check mark, and now I'm going to go into the magnetic line. So in the magnetic line, what I can do is I can just draw a line from one point to anywhere, and when I'm going to bring it into the callouts or balloons, so these balloons or callouts are going to attach with the magnetic line, and then I can control their direction or their size wherever I want to insert, like this, and then I can click the green check mark. Okay, so the next option is surface finish. So what you can do is, like, if you want to explain different surface finish for your drawing, so what you can do is you can just add your symbols and add your angles or leaders or your surface dimensions, and then you can add wherever you want. So what you need to do is you can just select whatever the angle, how much finishes you want, or what kind of symbol do you want. So what you can do is you can select, and then you can just select, and you can suppose I want to have this on the top surface, so I can just select this, and then I'm going to click the green check mark. Okay, so the next option is weld symbol. So if you have some welds in your drawing, so what you can do is you can see here, like, we can choose our weld symbol. So what kind of symbol do you want to use for your weld? Suppose I want to use this symbol. And if you want to change the font, you can change the font or whatever. So wherever it's, suppose I want to have a weld here, so what I can do is I can just select a weld here, and then I can add a weld symbol into my drawing, and then I can press OK. Okay, so the next thing is a hole callout, which we already mentioned, which we already covered in previous videos. So what we can do is we can just press this hole and hole callout, and then wherever you want to give the dimension. So what you can do is you can just select your hole, and then it's gonna bring all the information about the hole. So you can just add your hole callouts here like that. Okay, so the next option is geometric and tolerance. So what you need to do is, like, if you want to add some tolerance, so what you can do is, like, you can go into the symbols, you can choose your symbols, or if you want to have tolerance 1, tolerance 2, so you can just select how much tolerance you have for some specific surface or from specific edge. And then what you can do is you can just mention your value, and then you can choose your symbol and you can add your tolerance like that. Okay, so the next option is datum feature. So what you can do is you can just select any face for datum. Suppose I want to select this face and I want to mention as a datum B, so I can mention it as a datum B. You can change the text, you can change the symbol size and everything, and then you can click the green check mark. Okay, so the next one is datum target. So datum target is mostly used into the casting. So if you want to use a target, so for your part, so what you can do is you want to mention, if you want to create a center of this part as a target, so what you can do is you can just mention this is my target. So this is really helpful in the castings. So if you want to go out of the command, you can press escape. Okay, so the next option is blocks. So we already covered blocks in our previous videos, like how we can make block or how we can insert our block. So blocks are used whenever you want to use a part or set of instruction or set of sketch or part, you want to use it again and again, and you don't want to make that again. So what you can do is you would just create a design once, and then you can convert that into a block, and then you can insert it anywhere. So in that way you can save your time and you don't need to design it again and again. So what you can do is, if you have some blocks, so you can bring it here and then you can mention on your drawing. The next option is center mark. So center mark, which we already covered in previous video. So what you can do is you can just go into the center marks, and then you can just press whatever the circle you want to add a center mark. So you can just select the circle, so it's gonna add a center mark into the circle, and it's gonna help you when you are creating dimensions. Okay, and the next option is center line. So I'm gonna go into the center line. So if you want to create a center line between any of these two edges or faces, so what you can do is you can just select two lines, and it's gonna create a center line between them, but it does not make any sense, so I would like to go or undo it. Okay, the next option is area hatch or fill. So if you want to fill or hatch to some specific region, so what you can do is you can just hatch, or you can just select the solid or none, and then what you can do is you can just select your scheme, and then at what degree, at what angle. And if you want to use the area for the hatch as a region or as a boundary, so what you can do is you can just select, and you can just select your boundary, so it's gonna add the hatch throughout your whole area or region wherever you want to add, and then you can just click the green check mark. Okay, the next option is revision symbol. So if we want to add some revision, so what you can do is, like, you can mention, like, if you have some revisions, as I have this revision A, so what I can do is, like, if I want to send it to the machine shop and I want to mention this is the part where I want to add revision, so you can just go on to that point, and into the notes, as into the revision table, you already mentioned A is the revision, so I can mention any point where I want to add my revision. Okay, the next option is revision cloud. If you want to mention the any area where you want to have a revision, so you can just add your cloud as well like this, and then in that way, like it's gonna more easy for the reader, so it can easily see wherever you want to add your revisions. Okay, the next option is table. So what you can do is you can just bring your tables as well into drawing, as we already covered in the previous videos. So this was all about the annotation. So I did not cover this in detail, but I just want to give you an overview because you are not using all these symbols or all these annotations in every drawing of your SolidWorks. So whenever you need it, so what you can do is you can just go it and then you can use it. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And if you are a serious SolidWorks learner, then don't forget to check the course link in the description. Thank you.